Hi, this is Sabir. This is a PHP video tutorial. In this video, I simply going to talk to you about what is PHP and why should use it, and a little bit of information about what website do you use it. So the first thing about PHP is what is stands for. PHP stands for hypertext preprocessor. In fact, the first P is P, so it's PHP hypertext preprocessor. That's what it stands for. So we have got to a recursive acronym because we have an acronym inside of them inside another acronym. Because of it, originally PHP stood for personal home page is now being changed to stand for PHP hypertext preprocessor, with the PHP inside of that is still standing for personal home page. So what is PHP and why should we use it? PHP is a server-side scripting language. Now when you open up a here PHP file and type in the code, and it's not available to view by the user of the website. They cannot right click and see your code, so it's not like HTML. HTML, being a markup language, is interpreted by the browser. Now PHP and the code inside of it is interpreted by the web server and complete server side, and then the output of the application, if you like, is displayed in HTML if we choose to do so. It's basically used to create dynamic content website. So we are not with create program within a website. So we will bring it being able to do a variety of different things. Let's head over to the PHP official website, which is php.net. So if you need any more information, I am just giving you a bright brief in overview here. Go over to php.net and you can read some information about PHP as well as music etc. So when we have got a little description about here and what is PHP, and we have got a introductory tutorial. Now the great thing about PHP is while you are developing it has a really extensive documentation to its a this is called the manuals. Click on help. We can see manual in here. we have got a link it to the manual, and basically we have got an online manual for lots of different language, and you can also download the documentation as always. And what the manual do is we can search in here for say function, can search open, Open, press enter. For example, we might search for open in the function left, and we see now it returns some information about our function. So we can now go down and look at the different parameters of the arguments it takes. We can also look at some example down here. So it's a really extensive list. You can save user submitted an example as well as, so you can get a really great feel of different functions, and not just functions but everything inside PHP from this PHP manual. So what kind of websites use PHP and why do they use it? On Facebook, for example, use PHP. What we are doing with Facebook is a social networking website. They are storing lots of data in a database. So what we can do with PHP is we combine PHP with a database system, and we typically do this with MySQL. PHP has a lot of syntax and structure. You are thinking about getting started, follow the tutorial I have created, and you can begin to start creating dynamic website, and you actually start to realize how easy PHP is. The fundamentally it of any way we can start going into solve the object oriented programming side of PHP, which is slightly more difficult because some people struggle with object oriented programming. So we do have the object oriented programming functionality within PHP, and this was added from PHP version 5.6. Now new release 7.1.0. I believe in about 2004. So we can use object oriented programming inside PHP as well as its procedural structure to our code. So that's a brief overview of PHP, and it's really great language to learn. Thank you seeing my video. Please subscribe my next tutorial. Please subscribe my channel for next tutorial. Thank you.